I call this meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, roll call, please. Mayor Pro Tem Brown, Councilor Bowman, Councilor Schwab, Councilor Missionary, Mayor Durham. Here. At this time, we do have two people signed up for public comment. First, Annie Toby, if you could just come up to the microphone and state your name, and you will have 5 minutes.
Yeah, hi, y'all. I'm Annie Toby. I'm waiting to be for the cemetery board to be formed, but until then, I've been going out to the cemetery a lot. I've been doing some stuff out at the Elks Annex, trying to make sure that what the city's records show is where people are buried is where, in fact, they are, and they don't match. But I'm hoping that next year, when you guys do the ground penetrating radar program, that we will end up with a map that shows each plot, a 4x10 box showing where each one is. Part of the problem that I'm finding with the annex is that there seems to be more plots than there should be. Like I went there with Steve DiCamillo, and thank you, Steve, for coming to be there with me. And so I said, well, this looks like there's 2 plots here. And he goes, yeah. Well, this looks like there's 2 plots here. Yeah. And when you add them all up, there's too many. So at least that's my observation. But anyway, so I was out at the cemetery the other day. My husband's family has an area. It's, when you bring in both sides of the family, it's pretty big. And so we were digging over here to do some cremains. So I went over and visited with Rod Weber. Very nice, very informative, very interesting. And he was telling me that, well, I said, why are you guys putting road base on top of these graves? Because it looks like, looks terrible. Here we have grass growing, then wherever there's a newer grave, you have road base. And he said, well, the reason that we use road base is that's what we have. And I said, well, why don't you get topsoil? I said, why don't you use topsoil? He says, we don't have topsoil. So why don't you buy some topsoil? And he said, why don't you go to the council meeting? And I said, okay, I will. So that's my real reason for being here tonight, is that, so like when they dug these holes, have an auger. And then, of course, the hole gets bigger because they run into rocks and stuff. And so this one hole is like this big, and they're pulling these rocks out. And they pile that off to the side. And then when they're done, they take a shovel and they shovel off all of the native dirt. And they come back and leave a pile, like a cone pile of road base. Why can't we keep the dirt? Why don't we put road base in up to, they dig 3 feet deep for premiums. So for the first 2 feet, put in road base, but then put the natural soil back.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who makes these rules, but apparently that's that he thinks those are the rules. And so that's why I'm here. I'd like our cemetery to look prettier, and I don't want to see road base as the top place.
Well, there was a couple items you let me, and there was gravel that Steve used.
Yeah.
I didn't see the road base.
Gravel.
Yeah.
Road base, whatever it is.
That's kind of gravel.
Gravel. it's good, but I mean, you know. So, okay, then change my word to from road base to gravel. So.
That's like asphalt for you.
So I'm talking about asphalt. I'm talking about road base is when you know, like something would pay, you know, grade the road. That's road base. So yeah, gravel. And it looks good. So can somebody commit to looking into this road?
Your comments like that coming back to you.
Yeah.
What's that here?
We're not on the agenda, we're here just for you to speak, so they'll take it into consideration, but they can't respond to you.
I'll get back to y'all.
Annie, thank you.
Thank you.
Our second public comment is Annie Westhoff. Welcome.
No, you were almost late.
Yeah. If you could state your name and you have 5 minutes.
My name is Brandon Westhoff, president of the 2 Mile Club. Takes care of the big donkeys. What you have before you is the bid we accepted to replace the 3,000 linear feet of existing barbed fence out of the pasture. I don't know if you want to take a look at it. Goes with our bid. What we're doing. So, you know, the last thing just has a little bit up here. We did make one change. We're going to fence out the ditch that goes to the pond. It tends to stay a little wet, and that's causing problems, thresh with the donkeys. So we're going to eliminate that corner. We're gonna move the fence in. So that works for you guys because it works for us. Also, we are in the talks with 3 event companies. Building on helping us with Donkey Case 2025. And yeah, that's about it. Any questions? We're also working on leasing. That's good. You want to tell them? Oh, yeah. Also, I asked the city, I asked Frank for some kind of a lease to just differentiate between us on what land that you guys allow us to be on. And also in the future, hopefully next year, if we get a couple more grants in and all that goes pretty well, that we can break ground next summer on the new barn. For the donkeys. So we take that care. So once we get the design for the barn, everything else, I'll bring it to you guys. To see if it fits. City of Cripple Creek would like to see happening out there. Great. Thank you. That's great.
Just a question for you. Does this need to go on the agenda or maybe so?
I've told me to do it. I just want him to keep the council informed about what they're doing. But getting rid of the barbed wire for yeah, oh, sorry. So yeah, we're going from barbed wire to smooth wire. Guys, the donkeys protects the people feeding, even though we tell them not to feed through the fence, they still know it.
As a tourist.
Yeah, so, the donkeys are locked up right now. That we locked up until the 8th or 9th. We have, spring vaccination, hoof trailing, teeth floating, all kinds of stuff on Friday.
So thank you guys for all that you do.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support that you gave the 2 Mile Club. We couldn't ask for more. Thank you.
What's your minimum height sheet?
We appreciate the pasture and also, again, on the spot, we're gonna change, so I'll keep going on it. We're gonna change the entrance to the pasture. We're gonna where the waiting sheet is, we're gonna make that the new entrance. We're gonna get rid of the gate next to the feeding platform that we have out there. And we're also gonna eliminate the gate that's on the southwest corner of the pasture, because nobody has used that since we've been there, so. Just get rid of access. I didn't know, did I tell you guys that we have cameras out there? So we have 24-hour surveillance cameras that we can watch the donkeys and make sure nothing happens.
Awesome.
Good. Thank you.
So is it 2 mile high flood payment for this, or is this? Oh,
No, that was paying for it. We got a $10,000 CIP grant from Newmont. This year, we're gonna put that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay. Moving on, approval of meeting minutes from the August 21st, 2024 Cripple Creek City Council regular meeting. Has the council had an opportunity to review the minutes? Any revisions or changes needed? All right, can I get a motion, please?
I'll motion we approve the meeting minutes from the August 21st, 2024 regular meeting. Second.
Vote please. Mayor Pro Tem Brown,
Yes.
Councilor Chenary,
yes,
Councilor Bowman,
Yes.
Councilor Schwab,
Yes.
Mayor Durham. Yes. Reports, City Administrator Frank Salto.
No reports, Mayor. I think you've heard enough from me today.
Finance Director Monique Edwards.
Hi, good evening. This evening I'll be reporting on the July gaming industry figures. Comparing July's figures to the previous month, June, Cripple Creek's AGP was up $1.9 million or 12.8%. Compared to July of 2023, coin in and table drop was up 9.6% and AGP was up 12.4%. Cripple Creek's market share increased to 17.8%. Compared to the previous year in July, it's up 2.3%.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, new business, agenda item A, consider approval of sublease agreements with Air Theater Company, Zach Stadium.
Mayor, council. So basically what you have before you is just a standard sublease agreement with Thin Air for the 5 properties. We have to hire all their actors. This puts the liability on them should they do any damage to the property. So we're securing $1,000 security deposit from them. I will say they've always left their properties much better than when they got there. Thin Air's been really good about that, but just standard kind of making sure that they're holding some liability as well.
Zach, I was just curious how things go for reclaiming them, but it looks like.
So it's ready to go. I'm gonna share that. Chocolate I wanted, but no, it's they're going well. As you may know, there was some significant damage. They're redoing the plaster upstairs as we speak, so it should be ready to go by September 14th.
Look at it.
So if not, I have multiple hammocks I can put them in.
Put the tails in the back.
Yeah.
It's not too cold. It's not too good.
And just one question, I know that, so Spamalot's gonna be definitely the larger number, so it's 21, so, I'm just curious how many, cast and crew for the Christmas?
Cast and crew for Christmas is gonna be 7, I think total. So that's why you'll see in the November 15th drop off on the 2017 West Masonic, the November 5th drop off on the 246 Wolf Time, and the November 4th drop off on the 616 load. So it reduces back down to the Vic and Thurlow.
Questions or comments? Right, can I get a motion, please?
the motion that we approve the sublease agreements with General Theater Company.
I'll second.
Vote please. Councilman Schwab,
Yes.
Councilman Chenary,
Yes,
Councilor Bowman,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Brown,
Yes.
Mayor Durham.
Yes.
Thank you, Zach. Agenda item B, consider approval to award the roofing proposal to Centerline.
It was done before we put the replacement of the damaged roofs out to bid. We received some 13 responses with a wide range of values. Our low bid was $158,000. This is to be funded through CCCC for insurance claims. And the amount of money awarded, including depreciation, is $244,000. So there's a significant difference what has been awarded and what our bids came in at. Part of the CCCC estimate to repair of the jail museum roof. So we're anticipating that CCCC would increase the funding to accommodate some of that. However, currently there's still $112,000 difference in CCCC's funding versus what's lowest bid was. At this point, CCCC has not been able to process our request for additional funding. So we don't know what the standing is. So we'd like to request council postpone this to our next council meeting on the 18th.
So would it be a motion to
Make the motion to table and set it on the 18th, September 18th council meeting. So motion to table to September 18th.
Can we try to get this done before snow flies or?
No,
I will get all of it. I don't have it. So pushing.
we've got to award and get moving, though we have a deadline of June 5th, July 7th of next year, or you don't get the depreciation.
Is there
The whole depreciation, if you fix all the roofs within the 2 year, you get the depreciation.
what's the issue with the jail museum?
They didn't have an idea of what the cost was, so their adjuster didn't know what price to put on it, so they just held off until we got the pricing, some bids, and we did get bids on it, and so they're reviewing the top two. The top lowest bids. We've sent, they've requested it from Carol, she's been working with CCCC, so they requested the top center line and Cobalt. So we've sent them both, they're gonna have their adjuster go through both of them and see if what he witnessed and what he drew the scope of work on each building, if it meets. And then we'll hear back, hopefully. Carol, I think you have a comment on timing. Did you?
Yeah, I let him know that it was going to be tabled tonight, that we would do it in the next agenda. So he was going to put some timelines in place, so. The bids didn't close until Thursday, so he was off on Friday for Labor Day, so it really only did him one day, so not necessarily the source of it.
There's only, I think, $6,000 difference between bid one and bid two. Is that what?
Yes.
Or 7,000 somewhere right there. So they're real close.
Why is there such a big discrepancy between what CCCC's paying and what the bids are?
Can't tell you that. We'll find out from CCCC if they agree to pay the difference. The 12 includes the jail museum, and I think the low bid on the jail museum was 26 or something. So if you take that off the 112, because they're going to pay us for the jail museum, they just didn't know what number to put on. So I think we're about 77,000 off. So we'll see what they say.
Okay. I'll make a motion to table this thing.
So, vote please. Councilor Missionary.
Yes.
Councilor Bowman.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Brown.
Yes.
Mayor Schwab.
Yes.
Mayor Durham. Yes.
I'm sure we meant to table to the 18th. Okay, thank you.
Right, agenda item C, consider approval to appoint members to the Historic Preservation Commission. Mariah.
Evening. Just a refresh for everybody, we're working on, getting some HP commissioners appointed. All of their terms did expire in March. And then we did a whole process of rewriting ordinances, and now we're. And Annie and Missy were gracious enough to conduct interviews last week.
And they have the recommendations that are in the report for you. I was unable to get the term recommendation from Missy until today, but she does have that as well. I don't know if we want to say those out loud or, like,
So I would just like to say the applicant pool I was very impressed. I feel really, really good about our choices. We have some people with longevity, and a lot of experience on HP, but then we have some new people that are new to the community that love the town and are very motivated to be involved in some capacity and are pretty passionate about this piece. And so I was very grateful with the turnout on the applicants. And so, unless you had anything else, Missy can go ahead and. Absolutely. Would you like to? Awesome. All right, thank you. This mine's prettier. She's a smart one.
Oh, so we did interview my applicants. We did appeal down to 7, 5 regular commissioners with 2 alternates. And the 2 alternates that we chose were Sarah Evans Tomlin for the 2-year term. Kelly for the 3-year. And then for commissioners, we have Sophia Baez for a 1-year term, Joe Gallon, a 3-year term, Mike Rose for a 2-year term, Renee Moore for a 2-year term, and Tyler Vance belongs for the 1-year term. And I do want to just for the planning so thank you to everybody that as I say that students serving of you. For those that are served in the past, it's really important to have this commission. And as we thank everybody for some contributions.
That's a good thing that you got such a lot of people interested in this. That's great. It is good.
So.
Motion to appoint as presented.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint as presented. I'll second.
Vote, please. Councilman Schwab. Councilman Trinity. Pro Tem Brown.
Yes.
Councilman Bowman.
Yes.
Mayor Durham.
Yes. Well, we're 5:50 p.m. So this was a great short meeting. Thank you so much for being here. We will adjourn.
So